Hello, hello, hello. Instead of starting with the cover page, I am starting with the personal calendar spread. And you may be thinking, that calendar looks a little strange. Yeah, I will figure it out eventually, but not quite yet. And look at that. Look at that. Wasn't that beautiful? March. So pretty. I was really proud of that. I thought it turned out really nice. The sticker says, breathe in all the possibility today holds. And then I'm writing out a quote from Craig Rochelle. God doesn't respond to your perfection. He responds to your prayers. Which is very fitting for this very imperfect spread. Then I wrote out Psalms 119:15. I will meditate on your precepts and fix my eyes on your way. And I finally caught on. So I had to cover up my beautiful masterpiece. It did blend in nicely. I can't really tell when I'm just looking at it and not touching it, but makes me sad. So you guys got to see the beautiful masterpiece before I had to cover it up because it was a goof. Now we're on to the mishmash spread, and I'm writing out the habit tracker, drawing it out. And like the previous spread, I'm doing mostly just drawing with my hand, no ruler. Got some stamps. We have the wish list. And then I'm going to write out my focus, which I would like to focus on rest and organization and productivity, because I feel like I'm not doing those things properly. I'm wanting to implement the best ways of resting and organizing so that I can be the most productive, because I feel like you can be resting, but if you're not doing it right, then it's not helping with resting, and then it's harder to be productive. Philippians 4:8-9. Finally, brothers, whatever is true, whatever is honorable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there's any excellence, if there's anything worthy of praise, think about these things. What you have learned and received and heard and seen in me, practice these things, and the God of peace will be with you. Then Lisa Turker said, feelings are indicators, not dictators. They can indicate where your heart is at the moment, but that doesn't mean they have the right to dictate your behavior and boss you around. You are more than the sum total of your feelings and perfectly capable of that little gift called self-control. Now we're moving on to the content creation spread, and the sticker says, start something wonderful. And then I'm setting up the YouTube growth and Instagram growth logs for followers and subscribers. Now we're moving on to the to-do list, aka the make it happen list. Sticker says, make yourself proud. The left side page is just a calendar. A quote from Sydney Stevens, we must live in such a way that we are more concerned with God's will than we are with being comfortable or right. The spread is pretty simple. It's just the content creation brain dump. And then I'm putting some stickers on here. Do something good today. Now we're moving on to a gratitude spread. Haven't done that in quite some time. Got this sticker that says gratitude turns what we have into enough. And so I just figured it was enough instead of having to write out a whole new title. And so I just cut it in half and put some flowers on the side, and pretty simple. So this is my video schedule, what I'm planning to do. And the other one was just like what happens, and I figured it could include just Instagram posts and things like that, but this is specifically a video schedule. I'm putting the date, time, and what platform or what type, whether it's a YouTube video, an IGTV, a reel, whatever, and then the name, of course. And I'm including the first weekly spread of the month. There's the dailies on the side. I'm sticking with the outer edge dailies. The sticker says something sweet inside. And there's the food log Dutch door. Continuing that. I haven't been as good about keeping up with it, so I'm going to try again. There's the to-do list with a fun little border. God is my healer. And then if God is my healer, what does that make me? That makes me whole. So in Christ, I am whole. Another Sydney Stevens quote, "In order to move into the goodness ahead, we must be willing to walk away from the comfort we know right now." Evil comes from the abuse of free will, C.S. Lewis. And it makes sense because in Genesis, God said to Adam and Eve, eat from any fruit in the garden, just not that one. So there's lots of good choices in the world, but sometimes we abuse that choice, that power of choice, that free will that we've been given, and we choose the wrong thing. Now we were on to the cover page spread. I found a doodle on Pinterest, which I will link below, and that's what I based it off of. But I added my own little thing, which I I attempted to do kind of a stained glass window effect on the little outer windows. You can do anything, but not everything. David Allen. If you get tired, learn to rest, not to quit. Candace Elaine. Rest is a necessary part of a productive life. Hannah Marsh. Motivation is what gets you started. Habit is what keeps you going. Jim Rohn. March 31st, I will be celebrating the 1-year anniversary of my YouTube channel. I'm really excited about it. And last year, how I started my channel was I did 30 days of grace. So this year I wanted to do something similar, but not the same. I wanted to do 30 days of grace where I want to do kind of a study on grace, but also share stories of people experiencing God's grace. So this is specifically a call out to my fellow believers in Christ. I know that sounds really broad and really vague, and honestly, I'm kind of figuring out myself what exactly that means. But I'm thinking examples would be whether you had a specific experience with someone that you felt like God was speaking through them to you about something, whether there was a certain circumstance. Basically, kind of almost a love note from God, where either in that moment or looking back, you can see God at work in that time. Whether, like I said, a person you came in contact with, just a series of events that happened, or you just had the right Bible verse at the right time come to you. And there's other examples. What does that mean to you? What does that look like to you? I'm looking for people to share those stories with me. Just DM me. I'm going to read them, so just type them up for me if you would. I will read them, or if they're a little too long, I may just paraphrase it. I'm wanting to keep the videos around 5 minutes long, so we'll see how that goes. And so DM me if you'd like to share a story of God's grace. I would really appreciate it. Let me know if you are okay with me using your name or if you'd rather be kept anonymous. March 15th is the deadline for sharing your stories of grace. March 31st is when I plan to start the series 30 Days of Grace, and I'm really excited about it, and I hope that you will share a story with me that I can share with other people of God's grace in your life. And thank you so much. If not, I hope you will watch at the end of March, and it's gonna be awesome. Thank you guys so much. You're amazing, and yeah, good day.